Hey beauties, it's Brina, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how I dye my hair and do a quick little review on the product that I dyed my hair with. You guys frequently ask me questions on my hair color and the products that I use to dye my hair, so I figured that it would be helpful to make this video for you guys. The tutorial that I do is not really like an in-depth, like perfect hairdresser certified tutorial. It's just kind of like how I dye my hair with the box dye. So the hair dye that I used in this video is the Garnier Olia. This hair dye was recently released to Garnier's collection. So it just looks like this. Da, 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 da. The color that I use is 4.60 Dark Intense Auburn. And this is what it looks like down here. So quickly, I'm going to review this hair dye and tell you what I think about it. Overall, I was pretty impressed with the way my hair turned out. It was very soft and very silky, and it did look very shiny. One thing that I did notice was that the ends were a little bit tangly, which is weird. I've never had that happen before, but I think that may just be because I'm way overdue on getting a haircut, so I feel like my ends are just really dry and damaged, and I think that adding this hair color was just kind of the final bit to the puzzle that was like, yo, you got to get your haircut, girl. One thing I really liked about this box dye is normally I need 2 boxes to dye my hair, which is why I have 2 boxes, but this time I only needed 1 complete box and it dyed my entire hair, which is awesome because I do have pretty long, thick hair, so that's great because it does save you a little bit of money. Another thing I really liked about this hair dye is it didn't smell like hair dye. It smelled like a fruity, florally scent, and as I was reading on the box cover, it says that it is 60% oil blend with flower oil, so I figured that's where the scent came from, which is really great because most of the time I have to turn my bathroom fan on and like just sit and dye in the bathroom while I'm dyeing my hair because the scent is just so brutal. Also on the box it says there's no ammonia, which is awesome. It gives you maximum color performance, which is vivid and long lasting. I'm not sure about that because I just dyed my hair yesterday. It also says that it visibly improves hair and makes it shinier and softer, which I did notice. Normally when I dye my hair lately I've been using dark intense red or bright red or something along those lines, and since my hair isn't bleached, the red doesn't come out, but it does give me a beautiful red auburny color, whereas the only selection they had for reds in this line was dark intense auburn and light intense auburn, which I was a little bit disappointed about because now it kind of just brought my hair back to this browny purpley red shade, which I do really like. I was just kind of leaning a little bit more towards the red. Price wise, I think it was pretty awesome considering you only need 1 box. Overall, I am very impressed with this box dye. I do enjoy Garnier hair products, especially their hair dyes. Would I use this again? Yes, if they expand their color selection. Would I recommend it? Yes. Is it my all-time favorite? Probably not, but I do enjoy it, and I do think that my hair is shiny and soft and healthy, and the color looks pretty nice. So I am overall very happy with this product, especially since it was only $11 from the drugstore. So I'm going to go ahead and include the tutorial now, and I hope you guys enjoy it and take it for what it is. And if you guys have any other questions about anything, please leave them down in the comments below. Or if you have Twitter or Instagram, feel free to ask me questions there because it is easier for me to respond quicker to you. And that's about it, so enjoy! Hey beauties, so I'm in my bathroom in my Sexy Cheerios t-shirt that I got from my cereal box, and I'm just about to dye this disaster of a hair that I have on the top of my head. You guys frequently ask me what color my hair is, what I use to dye my hair with, and every single time I do it, I always use a different box dye. So I figured it would be helpful if I made a video on what I use and how it comes out. Plus, I also saw this new box dye in the stores and I want to try it out, and I thought it'd be helpful to do a little review on it since I couldn't find any reviews myself. So this is the Garnier Olia oil-powered color hair dye. So this is the one I picked up. Lately, I've been dyeing my hair with dark red, and since my hair isn't bleached, my hair does not come out vibrant fire hydrant red. It just comes out like this auburn color, which is really faded right now. So since they didn't have that color, I went with the 4.6 Dark Intense Auburn. So this is the color I'm going to be dyeing my hair with. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. Personally, I like things better with the lights on, but I don't know how the lighting is. Like, I feel like the lighting is better off.
Alright, I feel like kind of ridiculous right now, but yeah, we're gonna go with off. Yeah, that seems pretty good.
The lighting's pretty decent right now, so I'm just taking everything out of here. So I'm just gonna quickly go through all this stuff. This is instructions, okay? I didn't really want to do a tutorial on how I dye my hair because I figure it's pretty simple and straightforward, but I don't know, maybe you guys want to see how I do it. Maybe everybody does it different, but what you do need is your instructions, and don't mind my nails. I'm going to paint them after I dye my hair. I have a little questionnaire slip. This is the mixing bottle where you're going to mix all the magical potion ingredients to dye your hair. And then I have 3 different steps like every other hair kit that I normally get, especially from Garnier. So step 1 is a developer, step 2 is a colorant, and step 3 is the after color conditioner. And I have a lot of hair, so I picked up 2 boxes just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and take everything out of my hair. And when you dye your hair, it's a good idea to wear something you don't care about, hence this shirt. It's also a good idea to do it somewhere where you're not going to make a mess, so I should probably move this shower curtain. I'm renovating my bathroom, so my mom would probably slaughter me if I ruined my new shower curtain. You'll also need a hair clip that you don't care about if it gets hair dye on. So I'm going to quickly run through my hair and make sure I don't have any more surprise bobby pins, which always seems to happen. And I'm just going to brush out my hair, get rid of any knots and tangles, which there are a lot of because my hair was in a messy bun and I slept on it. So yeah, it's also a good idea not to dye your hair when you have lots of product in it. So I was pretty natural yesterday. All I put in my hair was a little bit, ooh, I found a bobby pin. Okay, so this is the amount of hair that I'm working with, and I'm showing you this so you can get an estimate as to how many boxes you will need. I still don't know yet because I haven't started dyeing my hair yet, but by the end of this video, that will be relevant. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the developer. I should probably open up the instructions just in case it says anything special, but normally you mix 1 and 2 in the bottle. Oh, what is this? There are these gloves. Oh my goodness. This is like an exciting movement for me, you guys. This is revolutionary. Oh my gosh, it actually comes with like cute, legit gloves. Normally you get like these crappy little plastic ones, but those are nice. Okay. Ooh, and the instructions are all fancy too. And the girl dyeing her hair is like hot. She's like a modern Barbie doll. Can you guys see her? Okay, so there's like hair everywhere. I'm going to open up the mixing bottle. Taking developer 1, I'm going to squeeze the entire contents into the mixing bottle. I'm going to take bottle number 2, the colorant, and I'm going to poke the tip. Then I'm going to take this and pour the entire contents into my little mixing bottle as well. Now I'm going to put the lid back on.
I'm going to shake it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake what your mama gave ya. Oh yeah.
And as you guys can see, the more you shake, the more the color develops. I'm going to go ahead and start separating my hair. So I dye my hair in 3 sections. I start with the bottom half because that's where the majority of my hair is and it takes the longest. I'm just going to clip up my hair. I'm going to put on my fancy schmancy black gloves. I'm going to break the tip off now. It says to break the tip off to begin with, but that's kind of stupid because then you gotta hold it like awkwardly. And you gotta awkwardly shake like this, which is stupid. I'd rather just leave the lid on, like go buck wild. But anyways, as you guys can see, this is my hairline. So I separate my hair like that. I take the dye and I place it right on my line. And then I massage it into my hair. And I do that all across my roots, and then I slowly work the dye down. So once I've done that, I take a little bit of dye, run it through my hair, and I just like massage it through. And this is the best method that works for me. This is what I found to cover my hair the best, and yeah, so that's how I like to do my hair. Oh my gosh, and this stuff smells really good. Like, normally I have to put the fan on. Okay, that's kind of weird. I'm like sniffing the hair dye. But normally I have to put the fan on in my bathroom to circulate the air because the hair dye is just so pungent and intense. And it always gives me a headache. But this one's like really florally. It's surprisingly good smelling. It smells like fruity. It smells like the sunflower seeds. Once I'm done with that layer of my hair, I just twist it all together like this. Then I unclip my hair, separate it again. So I do the same thing and apply it to my roots and gently massage it into my hair. Make sure I get all the roots. It's also good to get your hairline and all your little baby hairs if you choose to. I like to dye those just so everything matches because it kind of makes sense. So once that's done, just make sure it's all rubbed in. Then section your hair off again. Then I just work on these individual pieces, these strands. As you guys can see, the hair dye is starting to deepen a lot more. It looks like a coral color, which makes me a little bit nervous, but I know my hair is not going to turn coral because it's not bleached anyways. And I just rub it through my hair. So that's that strand. Then I do the next section. It's good to apply small amounts because if you apply too much and rub it into your hair, it might drop off your hair in clumps onto the floor, which I've had happen before. So less is more, literally. So we're just gonna go ahead and make another little fancy dreadlock. Leave that over there. Then we're going to do this side. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. Once you're done with that section, take your giant dreadlock, twist it up, and we're going to do the final section, aka the top of our head. So what I like to do for the top of my head is I flip my hair over to one side. Once that's done, I flip the section over and I do the same thing, making sure that all the roots are done because this is the top part of your head, is the most important part. It's the part that everyone's going to see. And then I just keep going along my hairline doing the same thing. Then the last one, massage it in. Then I like to do my hairline, so I just go across like this and bring it back. Try not to get hair dye on your skin. It doesn't look very pretty, so it's a good idea to have an old towel or even your old clothes, and as you're dyeing your hair to just casually stop and take the wet towel and rub off any dye that you see. Once that's done, you're gonna look something like this, and I just make sure that all the hair dye is evenly distributed through my hair, and there's still quite a bit left. So surprisingly, one box was good enough. Normally I need 2 boxes, and I've dyed my hair with tons of different Garnier box dyes. So that was pretty exciting to know that I only need 1. So now what I do is just I twist my hair up like this, and I take whatever's left in the bottle and I just like squirt it on top. Then once that's done, I take my clip my hair up, and this is the best part, you guys. Are you ready for this? I take a plastic bag so I don't get any hair dye anywhere on anything, and I tie the bag on my head. So once you're looking all hot and fly like the plastic bag princess, it says to leave the hair dye on for a total of 30 minutes, then to rinse it out with water and apply your conditioner for 2 minutes and rinse it out. What I like to do is I like to deep condition my hair, so I leave this on for about 10 minutes. So I'll come back when my hair is wet so you guys can see the color when it's wet, and then I'll come back when it's dry so you can see the final process. And I'm really excited for how it's going to turn out because my roots were pretty brutal, so let's see how it comes out. Okay, so I just rinsed out the hair dye, and I threw my hair up in a towel just to lightly dry it so it's not soaking wet. This is the reason why I said to use an old towel. As you guys can see, this one's like completely faded. It used to be a lot more vibrant. So if you do get hair dye on it, it's not a big deal. Or even if you have a dark towel, that could probably work too, as long as you're not bleaching your hair. So I'm going to go ahead and take the After Color Conditioner, and I'm going to put this in my hair. I'm going to leave it in for 10 minutes. It's said to leave it in for 2, but I want to deep condition it a little bit. And this way I can sit and finish watching Millionaire Matchmaker because I'm watching it right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my roots because that's where I focus the dye most. So I definitely want to condition that a lot because that's the most, because that is where the dye was concentrated most. Sorry, I just totally had a brain fart. It was like listening to my baby making music. And the one thing that I did notice about this dye is the back of my head at the bottom was a little bit itchy. I'm not sure if that's irritation from the bag, the way I tied the bag on the back of my neck. Normally, I've never experienced that before. So it's always good to do a patch test where you dye a piece of strand of your hair or get close to the scalp as well to see if you have an allergic reaction, because if you are in fact allergic to the dye, it's going to be a little bit problematic when you put the entire contents on your head for half an hour. So yeah, you should definitely do that. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use the entire contents of the conditioner. I normally do, but that's just because when I dye my hair with the box, I usually use 2 boxes. So I always just use an entire tube the first time, and the second tube I use gradually while I'm washing my hair. But honestly, I have a pretty kick-ass deep conditioner treatment in my shower right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the entire contents because I am going to leave it on for 10 minutes, so this way it's just going to deeply penetrate my hair. It's like really hard to squeeze the rest of it out when your hands are like all slippery and covered in conditioner. Hey, where'd my jams go? So you want to make sure it's evenly throughout your hair. Get those ends, baby, those dry ends. I'm going to try and do this quickly so I can head back downstairs and finish Millionaire Matchmaker. There's a Torontonian on it. He's actually in Vegas, just like I will be in a couple weeks. Then in 10 minutes, I'm going to rinse this out. I'm not going to use any shampoo whatsoever, and I'm going to style my hair and I'll come back. Can I just say that my stance and position right now is like super awkward, but I was trying to find a place with suitable lighting for you guys to see how the hair turned out because it is winter and it does get dark fairly early now. So anyways, this is how my hair turned out. Overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to do a comparison with the box side by side so you guys can see. Those are the colors right there. My hair. So yeah, overall I'm pretty happy. I hope this video has taught you something and you learned a couple tips, and if you guys try out the hair dye, please let me know in the comments down below what color you tried. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me them. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Love you to the moon and back. Mwah.